That is one of the update from the World Economic Forum by my colleague Najib Aruf, and we're going to move on to the fintech sector, where according to Fintech News in 2024, Malaysia's fintech sector is set for significant growth, driven by increased digital adoption, supported by government regulations, substantial funding, and a growing talent pool. The industry is dynamically evolving with innovative initiatives from local startups and global players introducing new business models, products, and even services. Fintech solutions are gaining traction among Malaysian consumers and businesses, with the pandemic accelerating the digitization of financial services. And in this context, a crucial question arises: what key fintech trends will shape Malaysia in 2024? And together with us, ready on the line to discuss further, is Kalyana Mohan Teagarajan, the co-founder and CEO of Swipey. I want to say thank you very much, Mohan, for joining us. It's fantastic to have you here. And looking at the year of 2022 marked a pivotal moment in Malaysia's financial history by issuing 5 digital banking licenses. This regulatory move opened the door for innovative digital-only banks, intensifying competition in the banking sector. And fintech trends in Malaysia that includes of Boost Bank, Eon Bank, and even GX Bank are among the pioneers that have entered the market and offering digital-centric banking services. So Mohan, what are the impact has the entry of this digital bank had on the overall competitiveness of the banking sector in Malaysia especially?
Good morning, Nina, and thanks for having me here. Happy to talk about my favorite topic. Digital banks, it's a hot topic right now. We had them, like you said, announced 5 licenses were given, and then recently we've seen many of them come out and say, yes, we have launched. I think we're still in the early stages with only 1 or 2 having announced that they've launched, and some are still getting the green light to go to the market. And if you think about the genesis of why digital banks were kind of initiated, was to help serve the underbanked and the unbanked. And if I want to zero in, and one of the segments that we talk about is the SMEs or the micro SME segment. So central bank and the government really wanted to help the segment to help grow. And it's pivotal, right? If you think about a recent report from Bain, Temasek, and Google, they've reported that in 2023, the digital economy revenue was 100 billion, and it's growing at 1.3x of GMV. So this is going to be quite a $1 trillion economy very soon. And how do we enhance the businesses in Malaysia, especially the SME segment, which constitutes a huge amount of the GDP, majority of the GDP, to also grow in this trend? So still early stages because they're still getting through the green light. But the transformation is happening, right? It's both happening inwards and outwards. And when I mean what we call outwards, it's the SMEs themselves pushing the boundaries where they're adopting digital tools. A lot of the SMEs would be on the social media to sell. They're utilizing digital tools to run efficiently. From getting pushed from the government as well, where they give digital grants to help them transform. So the digital banks play a pivotal role in enhancing the ecosystem play here. It's still early stages, but if you want to see the banking sector really improve and make cost of capital efficient, we need to move beyond just providing banking services. It needs to be a service that's rendered. And I do truly believe, if I look at some of the conversations we've had with the digital banks, that's the direction they're heading. They're heading to a direction where it's beyond just providing capital to the segment. It's now providing services that help them grow and be better.
As you mentioned this, yes, it's very exciting, and as you mentioned, this is on an early stage, and there's more and a lot to do moving forward. Are there any initiatives or partnerships between digital banks and other sectors to enhance financial literacy and accessibility for a broader range of consumers?
So, great question. I always say no one wins by themselves. So I think partnerships is a go-to mechanism to hit some of their goals. And we've seen historically partnerships work hand in hand for these businesses. Now, if you think about partnership, it can be a partnership to enhance the bank's offerings, or it could be partnership to enhance the customer themselves. So if you think about this inclusion, getting them financial literacy as an example, So Swipey as well works with a lot of this digital banks, a lot of the services, so that we can enhance the capability of our SMEs in the country. Now, this can be done by simply saying, hey, SME, do ABC better. Or we can go out and provide solutions to do that. And so in the SME landscape, if you ask me in the banking and the payment side, it's more complex. Let's take an example. If Nina, you decide to go buy a laptop for your house, you essentially just walk out, go to the shop, buy a laptop, and 2 months later, if someone asks you how much to buy the laptop, you maybe jog back your memory and say the laptop cost me maybe 4,000 ringgit or 2,000 ringgit. But in the same buying a laptop for a business, or SME, or a slightly larger business, the process is far more complex. It is first raising a request. It could be a simple PO. Let's buy a laptop. Then it could be, do we know the vendors we're buying the laptop? Who are the approved vendors? Once the vendor approves, let's get a quotation from them. Then it's, okay, we've got the laptop. Have we received the laptop? Then disperse the money. So dispersing the money is just one step of the process. Post disbursement, then we go like reporting. Where do we record that spend? Do we record an asset, or is it an expense? So it goes on, right? Then reporting, and then tax submission. So the process for the SME side on just a simple payment is far more complex than we give credit for.
And Mohan, we also have a balance. I'm sorry, we have a balance of 2 minutes and so much to discuss on this. Maybe you can share with us what strategies are digital-only banks employing to ensure their long-term viability in the Malaysian market, and how are these new entrants adapting to changes in consumer preference and technological advancement to stay relevant in the evolving financial landscapes?
So I think the way they make viable is they need to focus on how they can attack the segment more efficiently. And effectively, and cost of capital has to be low. The use of technology is going to be critical, and there's no topic without talking about AI. So if you take an example, how we solve some of the solutions for our customers is we use AI to help customers ask questions to their data, like where have I spent today, where have I not spent, where's my growth and my vendor expenses going. So you can use such technology to do so. I think the viability of digital banks is going to be play of using next generation technology like the eKYCs and AI, but as well as working with partners to access this customer base in an effective and efficient manner, getting access data so that capital can be injected in an efficient manner.